Hi, my name is Michael Denny. I am from Eskizoni, Nova Scotia. I am making this video to talk a little bit about the Wabanagi Two-Spirit Alliance, as well as a little bit about the gay movement and what brought it about. I am a biology student studying my BSc at Cape Breton University. I am a registered massage therapist, as well as a yoga teacher here in Unama'ki. So a little bit about the history. Being gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender was often deemed as a mental illness, or it was also considered to be illegal to engage in gay sex back in the days, historically speaking. And all of this really forced the gay community to become underground. And it wasn't until the riot of Stonewall, the Stonewall Inn in Manhattan, that where the gay movement actually started. It was the arrest of these innocent men and trans men, as well as trans women, who were arrested there, that really prompted the movement to come about. It was led by a strong voice. Her name was Marsha P. Johnson. She was a drag queen from Manhattan, and she was one of the prominent voices for many, many years to stand up for the rights of gays, lesbians, and transgender people. It was this riot, the busting and the arrest of all these individuals, that caused this protest to come out. So all the gays and lesbians, transgender, the drag queens, everybody came out in protest. And this movement is still a protest when you think about it, until every gay, lesbian, transgender individual is safe and has equal rights all over the world. The gay rights movement will always be a protest. And it may be masked in celebration because it looks like a parade and all the nice color and all this stuff, but the spirit of gay pride is to protest equality and to stand up for the rights of other individuals. One thing that I noticed when I was younger was that a lot of the individuals weren't really too knowledgeable about other gender identities. There was this binary gender, like male, female, gay, straight thing going on. Whereas there wasn't really too much understanding about whether or not there other gender identities existed. And I noticed that in the kids when I was growing up as well. I remember growing up in Eskizoni and even struggling through my coming of identity. And I remember many days where there was a lot of hatred towards me. There was a lot of negativity towards me, and I didn't really know why. Like, I was still in the process of figuring myself out. So how do these people know who I am, even when I don't know who I am? And why do they hate me so much? This was something that really resonated and continued to resonate with me for many, many years as I went through like my coming out and coming to copes with what I am, who I am, and this one thing I can't really voice to the other individuals who are in the process of coming out, who have came out. They're not my stories. They're your stories. So I can't really attest to any of them. But one thing that I've personally noticed is that there is a great deal of understanding and knowledge of youth these days towards gay, lesbian, transgender plus communities. And with this understanding, there's a lot more compassion. And with this compassion, and understanding that love is love, and that you could be any gender, you could be any gender identity, you still deserve love. And I'm glad to see that the kids these days are actually embodying this, the spirit of love and understanding, as well as unity, and it's really nice to see. Because I know, like, if this was to be the time when I came out, I would feel a lot more welcome and accepted. Even when I came out, there was still this, I had to put up a front, or I had to pretend still, but nowadays there's less restriction that I would feel, anyways, personally, that I would be putting on myself if I came out now. So I personally, I identify as a gay two-spirit individual, and two-spirit is a identity of indigenous peoples, where we identified a third gender of both male and female embodiment. Now, this is a pan-indigenous term which came about in 1990 at the Gay and Lesbian Bisexual Summit in Winnipeg. I believe it was their second one or their third one, which was in 1990. I don't. So it was during this time where they all came into an agreement saying that two-spirit is the best way to describe this third gender in Indigenous communities. And I find that it really resonated with me, and that's how I personally identified ever since I came to know what two-spirit was. And since then, I have been part of the Wabanagi Two-Spirit Alliance. And at Wabanagi Two-Spirit Alliance, we are here to advocate and share knowledge about two-spirit identity, as well as the knowledge of two-spirit elders, and sharing stories and creating safe spaces for all transgender, LGBTQ plus community in Indigenous communities. We also try to give these people the experience of coming out and connecting with the two-spirit, as well as the gay, lesbian communities, when we try to get people out for Pride and celebrating and sharing knowledge in knowledge circles, and experiencing smudge and other medicines together. It just creates a big, powerful union with youth, as well as other individuals in the community, and it reconnects the generations, from the youth to the elders, with their knowledge and their understanding and their commitment to further educate people on understanding, compassion, and unity. Well, thank you very much. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening.